Now I've already posted my spring river hunt video of 2012 because I thought the floods were over. But since that video, we had another big flood this year. It was at 28 feet, which is about 15 feet higher than any flood we had over the winter. So I thought, you know what? I better mosey on back down to the river and see if anything else might have got washed out in the flood. Well, wow, it's made a big difference. Right where I'm standing, there was a big log jam. About, I don't know, 8 feet high, and it had been here for the last couple years and it made the hunting terrible. But it's gone. I'm looking at bare rock. I'm standing right where the log jam was. And looking over at the bank there, see all those rocks? I've never seen those rocks before. This has always been a giant pile of stuff that's washed down. That area over there is washed out a little bit, but not a whole lot more than last time. But boy, if I look down there, see that white stuff? Those are oyster shells. I haven't been down there yet, but that's all new from 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I'm pretty excited about what we might be able to find here today. I haven't seen the river like this in the last few seasons, so who knows? It could be anything down there. But you know what? We're gonna find out right now. So this area right here, you can still see there's some logs sticking out of the dirt. So anything that's heavy is still buried. So I probably won't find anything here. Those rocks look much more interesting though, so we'll work our way around. Okay, I haven't found anything good yet, but I can definitely tell there's some stuff washed out. If we look here, you can see some iron. There's some iron right here that's washed out, and here's a big nut. Bunch of nails. That's a round nail though, so we know that's not too old. That's something brass. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. Yeah, some type of little brass nail. But you see all these pieces of iron in here, so that means a lot of the dirt has washed away. Some glass, but I don't think it's too old. If you guys see anything while I'm doing this and I don't pick it up, let me know. Yeah, it's not very old. A little piece of doodad there. But it looks promising. Haven't found anything good yet though. There's a big spike. I wonder what that's all about. That's firm too. That was driven down into the rocks. Piece of iron. Looks fairly modern. And something white. Let's look at that. Looks like plastic though. Yeah, plastic. Yeah, that's a nice old spike. That's an oldie. Big square nail. So we're definitely down to a good artifact layer here. It's just a matter of, is there any good artifacts that we want to keep in here? Alright, I'm going to turn it off, and when I find something good, I'll turn it back on. Uh-oh, looky there. Do you see it? Do ya? I do. See how long it takes to get to it. There it is, look. Looky. It's a bullet. That's a fired Civil War pistol bullet. Neato. Got our first relic already. We just got here. Nice. Alright, let's keep looking. This is going to be a super long shot here, but look at this rock. Kind of caught my eye. It looks like almost like the shape of an arrowhead or something. But I'm not sure that it really looks worked, but this is the kind of thing I look for, an unnatural notch. So let's see what this thing is. That is just a rock. It looks like an arrowhead. Imagine that. You can tell it's not worked. When I say worked, what it would look like, there'd be little chips all along the edges where the Indians would sharpen it. They'd take another rock or a piece of antler or something and they'd chip it and make it nice and sharp, but that's not. But this is just a flat rock. Kind of looks like one though. Peeking around here, I'm still seeing lots of iron. There's some old iron here. Nothing too great. Some more nails. It's kind of cool. Yeah, a bunch of nails over here. Look at that. A bunch of melted aluminum. This is from someone's campfire. They probably melted some cans. That would sound really good on a metal detector. Some more there. And something brass. A little piece of brass wire. Brass or copper, I guess. Not going to keep that either. Lots of stuff washed out, but I'm not seeing anything real fantastic. Oh, here's something interesting. Look at this. This is a square nail, and see how it's not rusty looking, it's kind of a different color? This is because it was in a fire. And for some reason, when they get in a fire and they get heated up like that, they don't rust as much and they sound really good on a metal detector. So if you were metal detecting this area and went over that, it'd give you a nice squeak and you'd think, hey, there's a coin or something there. But for some reason, nails do that. That's just an old square nail. I like that. I'm going to keep it. There's no rust at all. This has the color of rust, but there's no rust. I'm not sure why it does that. Guess I'll have to look it up. Alright, let's keep looking. Here you can see how the water rushed through here and everything's been pulled down this way and the soil is built up right here. So there'll be nothing good here because the only things we'll see are going to be light things like, you know, pieces of glass and plastic. But look how it scoured out the clay right there. That's where we want to go look. We want to go look on that clay bank and down in there a little bit. You can see how the bank is falling in right around there too. So let's just take a mosey over. See what might be in here. Not seen anything yet, you guys. Scour clean. That's a nice fishing lure. Looky there. Pretty. I'll keep that one. The hooks are all rusted off. It's been here a long time, but I can put new hooks on it, which I'm sure I never will, but I'll save it. Yeah, I kind of like those things. Something different. Yep, nothing. Don't see nothing in here. Or I guess I should say, I do not see anything here. Alright, let's keep moving. So what we're actually doing here is we're looking for the stuff that's in this black dirt. And when the water comes by, it washes all the silt particles and leaves and nuts and plastic away. And the heavy stuff sinks down onto this clay. And the water's not strong enough to pull it along the bottom and get rid of it. Kind of acts like a big classifier for you guys that hunt gold. You know what classifiers are. It's the same principle, really. So we want to look on these hard layers where things will, heavy things, like that's actually a piece of aluminum, not lead, but still a piece of aluminum that's melted like that is a lot heavier than one of these tiny little rocks. See, there's a piece of iron back in here. Oh, that's kind of, oh, look at that. I guess that's a boat, oarlock. An oarlock, sounds like warlock. I'm pretty sure that's an oarlock. I'm going to save that, that's pretty cool. Oh, here's that's a lock to a door, I believe. It's a big hinge. No, that's an piece of angle iron that was bolted to something. There's something else bolted on. It's not a door. I'm not sure what it is really. Unfortunately, I wore my stupid swim trunks today, and they don't have pockets, so I pretty much have to carry everything. I might have to leave this behind. No, I'll try to carry it a ways. Unless I find a lot of really cool stuff. That's interesting. I wonder what that's all about. Guess that's just where the flood waters dug it out a little bit. You can see some deer tracks in there and raccoon. All kinds of little critters down here. So now we're to the area where the oyster shells have washed out of the bank. And I'm hoping that since this is a dump area, and obviously the oyster shells would have been part of the stuff they threw in the dump, that there could be some good stuff mixed in. And when I say good stuff, I'm talking like buttons and bullets and anything else they might have discarded back then as junk, but that, you know, we would consider really cool. But yeah, look at all the oyster shells. Plenty of them in here, but that's all I'm seeing so far. No brick. Let's see, see some pottery over there. Anything cool yet? Yeah, you can see what's coming down out of the bank right there. Not seen anything amazing yet. We'll keep looking though. Alright, I'll close the camera for a few minutes. I walked over the area here where the oyster shells were. I didn't see anything, and I was actually picking the loose ones up and getting rid of them because I don't want anybody else keying into my spot. And I just saw a coin. Do you see the coin? Not sure what it is. It's a penny, obviously, but I don't know how old. Yeah, it's an Indian head. It might be a flying eat. No. Alright, I'm going to take that down to the water and give it a quick rinse. Let's use the scum water here. This is closer. Alright, hold on a second now. Here we are. 18 something. I can't see what it is, but it's 18 something. 98. Yeah, 1898. Yep, it's 1898. Sweet. I'm getting down near the end of my favorite little spot here, and really haven't found a whole lot else. See some redware right here. That's pretty old. That looks like a pipe stem. You know, for a smoking pipe. Yeah, that's what that is. See the hole in it. But I'm not seeing anything really cool, you know. I'm not seeing anything other than just little odds and ends. We'll keep looking. I mean, there's old stuff here. I mean, that's old pottery. You can see how it's really eating out underneath those roots. And I thought a lot of stuff would have washed down, but I'm certainly not seeing anything. Oh well. We'll keep looking. So now I was down here a few weeks ago. I showed you guys this neat well right here, and obviously has this giant rock on it. It's really big inside. It's probably a good 15 feet deep. I mean, if something fell down in there, it would never get out. I'll throw this little pebble down here so you can. I'll throw this little rock down there so you can listen to it. Listen. You know, it's definitely full of water, so anything would drown pretty quickly in there. So, listen. So it's full of water, so if something fell down in there, it would drown for sure. There's no way it could get out. Some of you guys are very concerned that maybe a turtle or a baby raccoon might fall in there, and that would be a horrible death for it. And you know, I have to agree. So I gathered up these big rocks here. I'm going to put them all up against here. That way nothing can fall down in there and drown, but also if there's anything in there that comes out at night, it'll keep it in. Can you imagine if you were camping down here close to this thing during the summer? You know, there's a river right down there. I mean, it's close. You could be down here night fishing, you know, having a good time and partying, and go to sleep late at night in your tent, and you hear something splashing in here and gurgling and maybe some mewling noises and the slither of something wet coming up out of the well and sliding through this hole, working its way through the leaves towards your tent. Would that be terrifying or what? Anyway, I wouldn't want it to happen to me, so I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And yeah, wouldn't it be terrifying knowing something crawled out of here just to see you late at night? This bank right here is really eroded since I was last here. You can see how all the roots are undercut. I'm not seeing a whole lot. This little iron thingy is pretty cool. I like that. That would look good on the wall. Attach that and hang something on it in the relic room. It'd be sweet. I might keep that. Again, I don't have pockets and didn't bring a bag, so I'm gonna have to kind of carry it. Well, I do have one very small pocket, so I'm gonna have to carry that. Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. Well, this is the first bottle I've seen that's mostly complete, but it's not complete. Yeah, that's post-Civil War for sure. I'm not going to carry that out. I'll just leave it here for somebody else to find. Cover it up so that actually they won't ever find it. For all you armchair environmentalists that freak out every time I don't bring home a broken bottle or bottle cap or can that I find, this is why I don't do that. The rivers are loaded with junk. I mean, there's a refrigerator there. It's old docks. You know, that's an oil. That's a heating oil drum right there. And those are nettles, and my legs are on fire right now. Ow, dude, ow! Oh man, I just walked through. What an idiot. I can see all kinds of docks and wood and junk. That's just the way it is on the river. I mean, this is a fact of life. I can't clean it all up. I'm not even going to try. I mean, I'll take away the things that I find that I'm going to put in my collection. And normally that will be anywhere from 10 to 50 items. So at least I'm doing a little bit. But I can't do it all, folks. Here's some old critter died. Probably an old cow or a horse or something like that. I guess we'll probably, oh, that's a big bone. Oh, that's a big bone. Probably never know. I mean, we'll never know what that was, but I'm sure it was a cow or a horse. A lot of it's buried still. Neat. Some cool iron things right here. Big spike and whatnot. Oh boy, bullet number 2. Can you see it? I'm going to give you time to pick it out. Now you know I'm not going to put it right in the center of the screen so you can see it easy. It's going to be off to the side, maybe off to the right. You see it yet? Yeah, it's in the center. I lied. LOL. Yeah, that's a Civil War bullet. That's a hard hit too. Whoa. Well, it was a Civil War bullet. I guess it still is. Yeah, that's a neat Civil War bullet. Nice and shiny. That's a hard hit that was fired from a very close range. But you know, this could have been fired into a tree upriver that floated down. That's pretty cool. Here's a little campsite right above the river that I found a couple years ago. And I haven't visited it this year, but I decided I'd just stop in real quick. You can see it's all grown up and whatnot. And this was actually probably in another video, maybe 2 years ago. But I just noticed something that I didn't notice before. There's a pile of bones over there. What do you think that could be? I guess we'll have to go look. I don't think those were here last time I was here. Ah, now they're deer bones. Well, they're not deer bones. I think that's too big, isn't it? This bone has been shattered. Something crushed the bone to get the marrow out, but that's a deer. That's a deer jaw right there, just like in the other video I showed you. I wonder what this is. I've never seen a bone like this. This is so odd. Anyway, yep, deer bones. Pretty cool. We dodged another bullet. Well, folks, it's all she wrote. I didn't exactly kill it today, but I didn't get skunked either, so that's a good thing. I did get 2 Civil War bullets, 1 penny that looks like an 1898, and fishing lure, and 2 pieces of iron, well, 3 pieces of iron. So it was a fun day. I'm glad I came out. Don't have to worry about this the rest of the year. Wait till next spring, and I guess we'll see you again then. Well, you'll see me before that, maybe. I hope. Here's a close-up of the penny. Didn't turn out too bad. I won't do any more cleaning on it though.